Hi, I'm Lisa Akbari, your hair doctor, and welcome to the show. I have some questions I'm going to answer for you today. See, my collar is ruined. Okay, all right, it's been a long day, guys, but I love you guys, and I'm going to do it. I'm losing my voice a little bit again. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll get some lemon and tea afterwards. Okay, the first question is, what I want to know is, from your experience as a trichologist, have you seen microscopic evidence that deep penetrating conditioners actually have the ability to penetrate the hair shaft and benefit the hair as a result? And the second question, is it more beneficial to rinse conditioners out with cool water, or does it really matter? Okay, answer the first question. Yes, I've seen evidence that when you deep penetrate, what happens, the cuticle layers become more compact. If they're lifting, they begin to become tighter around the actual cortex, and that increases the elasticity, and that's going to help with the strength of the hair. Also, it helps with the moisture levels because the hair, the porosity is better, so your hair doesn't lose or can retain its moisture because the cuticles are more compact. The other thing that I noticed is that with the rinsing out of conditioners, when you rinse out with warm water, it removes the excess. Cool water, you can go behind it, because when you put coal on something, it does tighten up the skin and it can tighten up the hair. You can do that if you like. It's kind of uncomfortable with not so many benefits. Okay, next question. How often should relaxed hair be shampooed and conditioned? Is it possible to re-strengthen weak hair, relaxed hair? Is protective styling good for relaxed hair? Okay, well, lots of questions here. Great questions. You should shampoo on an as-needed basis, whether you have relaxed or natural hair. You need to clean and you need to condition. Now, it's crucial that women with relaxed hair or chemicals, they deep condition twice a week, where somebody with natural hair may get by with once a week deep conditioning. The relaxed hair is just going to need it. The cortex has been violated, invaded, however we want to word it, and it's definitely trying to hold itself together. And you can do that without problems, but the deep conditioning, there are many benefits from doing that. And you should shampoo twice a week. I highly recommend it. Okay, is it possible to re-strengthen weak hair? Relaxed hair? Absolutely. All hair is dead. So the way you re-strengthen it is by your deep conditioning. Getting under the dryer with your conditioner. Make sure you have it on at least medium for optimum penetration. What's going to happen? A lot of repair work is going to be done. You're not going to take the hair and totally make it like it was, but you can strengthen it. You can mend. You can tighten the cuticle layers. The hair can be more compact, increasing elasticity, stopping breakage, and strengthening. So absolutely, it's possible. Okay, are protective styles good for relaxed hair? Yes, but not protective styles that are on forever. I've seen women with natural and relaxed hair. We tend to wear these styles, braids, updos, and we'll wear them for weeks and weeks, and that's not good. You need to take that hair down inside of 7 days. So if you're going to put your hair up, that's great. But protective styles are not really a lazy way of doing this. It's just not going to, your hair is covered. It's only covered, but it's not getting the deep conditioning that it needs. So over a period of time, and I've seen this time and time again with women wearing braids, they'll come out of the braids and they'll have length, or even women wearing little French rolls and updos. They have some length, but it's a poor quality. So definitely protective styles are great, but be careful how long you keep them up. Next question. Is it necessary to protect your hair from the heat and sun rays? If so, what is the best way to do this? Is sunscreen necessary for the hair? You want to, I think sunblock and screen is good for the skin. As far as it relates to the hair, if you're going to be in direct sunlight, I do highly recommend, even though there's humidity out there and things like that, I highly recommend that you moisturize your hair and then you cover it as much as possible. If you know you're going to be in the sun, if you're too cute to, and I say that, isn't that mean? But if you feel like you're not comfortable with covering your head and playing beach volleyball or something like that, then just hydrate it, heavily hydrate it. I would wet the hair and then I would put moisturizer on it and pull it back. And that would be the best way to play your beach volleyball. So definitely you want to cover it. The rays are something, two things happen. The rays are very strong and they could cause problems with lightening the hair and they could cause problems with drying the hair. As it relates to your scalp, you know that you want to be careful with your skin being overexposed, but a little vitamin D is great, but you just want to be careful. Okay, let's see, next question. Is there any way to repair heat damaged hair? I don't want to do the big chop again. I don't want you to. Well, would I have to transition again, or could I use some treatments to get my hair texture back? And thank you. And thank you. And hi, I also want to know, is heat damaged hair most likely tends to not retain length? Okay. You know, it's been a long day and I just butchered another question, but anyways, okay, I got the gist of what she's asking. What she wants to know is, can you repair once you've damaged it from the heat? Yes, you can. And the way you can repair that is by deep conditioning the hair. The hair is going to be thinner because what the heat does, it causes a meltdown on the cuticle layers after you've gone over a certain temperature. Under the microscope, the hair looks like it's literally been carved because you're thinning out the strand with heat. So you got to be really careful with that. The other thing you want to think about is when you're trying to obtain length with heat, you have to be really careful because the thinner strands, because of the damage, not just because they're small. We're not talking about fine hair. We're talking about thin hair. That's because you burn that hair. You're going to have the cuticle layers lifting and you're going to have less elasticity, so you'll break and you won't obtain length as easily. But if you do the deep conditioning and you're conditioning daily with your leave-in conditioners, you're going to find that you are able to obtain length. Okay, next question. It says, what does it mean when your scalp is tender? I have natural hair. First, we need to talk about why you're tender, and I think that's what you're asking. Your scalp gets tender, especially with natural hair or with new growth, when your hair begins to web. Your neighboring hair, if you part your hair down the middle, the hair on the right side of the part and the hair on the left side of the part starts crossing over on its neighboring hair. Then it begins to do what we call webbing. So there's a pull. Each little follicle is a teeny tiny organ. When that pulls, then that's going to cause a problem with tenderness. The receptors begin to respond and you feel tender. So that's why. So each night you want to go from ear to ear, front to back, and hydrate. And if you do that, you're not going to have any problems with the tenderness. And you don't want to go long periods of time with these protective styles. You don't want to pull on the scalp with your braids and your twists because that can cause tenderness. Any type of traction or even friction could cause problems. So yes, tenderness is a problem and eventually it could cause more problems. So be really careful. Next question. Is it necessary? Is it a necessary step to fill a spray bottle with tap water and spray natural hair every day before putting a leave-in conditioner on? Thank you. No, it is not necessary. You can use your leave-in conditioner. You've got a lot of pure water in most leave-in conditioners. Mine, we do that, and you're fine. So you don't need that. It depends on how dense your conditioner is. I'll say that. But you should have a leave-in conditioner. When you spray it on your hands, it should go in like lotion, and it should go right into the hands and just feel softer. That conditioner, you won't have to do that. Okay, next question. My hair is My hair is nowhere near as beautiful as it was when I was 18. And now I am 23. Okay, and a mother of 2 girls. Congratulations. My hair won't grow. I hear that all the time, guys, and I would like to see more length. I am currently taking 6,000 mcgs of biotin vitamins. Am I doing the right thing? I'm an African American, all natural. All right. Okay, if you're natural and you're taking biotin to help obtain length, that's not going to help you. Biotin is great. Biotin, and I'm in my book, Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age. I talk about biotin. You need that in your hair vitamins. If you're taking a supplement, you need it because biotin is what helps to form keratin, which is the protein the hair is mostly composed of. But biotin is not going to help you obtain length. If you have some malfunctioning of the follicles, the hair vitamins will help to support the follicle if there's something going on nutritionally there, or if there's some deficiencies there. But I do not recommend that you start taking mega doses of vitamins just to get length. We have to get in the mirror, part the hair, see if you see a Christmas tree type part or a uneven part. If you do not, then you're probably growing at a good rate, a normal rate. You're probably not obtaining length. So be careful. Let me know what's going on with that. If there's density inconsistencies, Christmas tree part, let me know, and then we'll talk about it. The supplements will help with that, possibly, but you need an examination if you're seeing that. But if it's if you're not getting longer, your hair is growing, but it's probably breaking. Okay, next question. There are many growth stimulants coming out. Currently, there's a popular stimulant that contains ingredients such as castor, black tea, cayenne pepper, onion, and she goes on with a list all the way down to biotin. The instructions ask if you apply, it asks for you to apply this to your scalp, massage it in, use a cap on your head, a plastic cap, and wants to know, is this a safe product? Are the ingredients safe? What about using caps and bags? Are these claims of 3 inches in 3 months, 3 inches of growth in months time, is it possible? Okay, again, it comes back to kind of what I was saying. Your hair grows from the scalp, you obtain length from the shaft. If you're going to obtain length in 3 months because you already have hair but you want it longer, then there may be some benefits with some of the lubrications from some of the oils, but really if you're looking to grow hair by scrubbing this into your scalp, it's not going to happen. Matter of fact, some of this cayenne pepper may irritate the skin. So no, I would say no, this is not something that's real. You have to look at 2 things. You have to look at whether you have external follicular issues, whether it's a blockage around the mouth of the follicle or there's breakage. You have to look at whether there's internal follicular issues, and you would need to have an examination first from a trichologist, and at that point, he would involve a dermatologist or an endocrinologist. It's just really important that you don't start using stuff and dumping it on top of your hair, thinking you're going to grow hair. Okay, next question. It says, "Hello, Dr. Akbari. I make my own hair cream." Okay, she talks about aloe vera and coconut oil, avocado oil, some other things she's using in there. Okay, I guess the question is will emulsifiers prevent oils and water? Excuse me, let me read that again. My question is, will the emulsifiers prevent the oils and waters from penetrating the hair shaft? BTMS is also a conditioner as well as an emulsifier. Conditioners smooth down the cuticles, so will the oils and the water be able to penetrate despite using BTMS? I'm going to do some research on this, and I'll get back with you with this question. Next question. When using a product such as Beijing, and she's using one of the vegetable products, to cover gray or white hair, is it okay to overlap the color instead of just touching it up? It is, but you will have a buildup. So I don't recommend it. You can do it. Will your hair just fall out because of it or just break away? Not right away, but over a period of time, your moisture levels will begin to drop and you may have some problems with dehydration because these colors tend to drop the moisture levels. They're closer to henna type colors. Hennas are great, but they well, they're plant products, but they're more plant proteins, and they tend to dry a little bit. So I recommend, if you're going to use the Beijing and you're going to overlap and you want to use it, why, I don't know, because it tends to stay long lasting, lasting power with your color. I don't think that you need to overlap, but if you do, you want to make sure you deep condition prior to the color and deep condition after. Okay? All right, the next question is, let's see, it says, I'd like to know about parabens, and we talked about those earlier. Are they safe? We talked about that, and so we have that on the last video. Next question, I'm trying to throw in some more questions. When trusted, you know what? Let's see if we got time. You know what? Wait for the next video. I'm Lisa Akbari, your hair doctor. Probably need a vacation here, but I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video.